Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Pereira.
And I'm Brimstone.
Hey, how have you been? Have you been getting messages about our last episode?
I have. What do you call it? Not as many as you because you're the pretty one. But what do you call it? But yeah, you know, it is insane the things that we're getting and you know what people are saying, and I'm loving seeing the interactions and especially on Twitter. There was this one dude who is listening to all the shows, so shout out to you and thank you for paying attention to everything and kind of giving his critiques as he goes, you know, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So loving seeing that. How about you? You're getting a bunch of them too, right?
Yeah, my favorite thing was I got so many interesting comments from our last story, the one that we were like, oh, should we do this one?
Well, because I'm telling you, the guy is bi, and you're either gay or you're bi at that point. There's no turning back, and it's okay. Happy Pride Month, by the way, everybody. You know, what do you call it? And seriously, like, I will get 3 gay people and 3 bi people to come on the show, and every single one of them, I guarantee, will agree, yo, this person's totally gay or totally bi, one or the other.
Totally. You know what? It's interesting because that was the consensus. Pretty much every message that I got where people were commenting on it, they were like, yeah, no, he's definitely at least bi.
Just a little. You don't even have to be a lot bi. Just a little bit bi. Just a little bit.
Man,
you know?
and think about it. Like, he gets to bat for both teams. That's like an endless well of people at your fingertips. Like, good for you.
Lots of fish in the sea, a lot of puppets to play with. You know what I mean? Whatever you're into, hey, more power to you. But yeah, if you're going both ways, you're swinging both. Listen, man, good for you. Be happy about it. Be loud and proud. Don't sit back and go, oh, I'm not gay. I'm straight. No, bro, you're not. You're not. And it's okay, but you're not. So he's probably listening to this going, jerks. Should have said my secret to them. Anyway, so yeah, so we've got a crazy show, not super crazy, but there are a couple juicy ones up in this one. You know, I'm you know, the first one right away is just like a, you know, we didn't do that one already, right? We didn't. We didn't do. Yep. But it like brings me back to a couple of episodes ago where we were talking about you know, ass eating and so forth, which, you know, if you guys are just tuning in, no, we don't normally talk about ass eating. It's just so happens that it came up in one of the things and we're saying it's okay. Why be afraid? Enjoy every little bit and piece. You know what I mean? It's not like you're eating a pig and you're eating like the snout and the eyes and the hoofs. You know what I mean? That's a little nasty. But if it's your woman, if it's your man, enjoy every inch. You know, that's what I'm saying. Enjoy. I don't care, especially if you're showered. Do you want to take this first one, or do you want me to do it? It's up to you.
You know what? Why don't you kick us off?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to make me do that one. I'm just kidding. So this person says, great idea for a club and a podcast. I'll start with, I'm a mid-40s married guy. One of my favorite things to do recently is to eat my MILF wife's sweet ass. It drives her wild. I'll do it right after she takes her Sunday afternoon bath. Just curious how many other couples do this. Listen, you know, it's not like I get to do it every single day, but look, if I'm doing something, I'm perfectly happy going and you know, doing whatever the hell's clever. You know what I mean? You know, why wouldn't you? Some people are so against it. And I mean, look, I know a couple of people that are like, I would never. And I'm like, why? What the hell, man? Why? You know, first of all, are you saying that your significant other is not clean? You know what I mean? Or your partner's not clean? You know, look, if they're cleaning themselves and they're taking care of themselves, then you should have no issue going and doing that. I wouldn't say, you know, go and suck an ass right after you took a dump, but, you know, like, come on, right? Come on, Day. I mean, am I wrong here? Like, you know,
no,
you know, and you know what's now I've never had this happen to me, but, and nor do I think I would necessarily want it. But what do you call it? There are guys that like the women to eat their ass. You know what I mean? So, and I know people that like that and enjoy that. So at the end of the day, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Right?
Yeah, yeah. I think that I would probably draw the line there. My husband has definitely given me the pleasure before. However, I feel like boy buttholes are a lot hairier. They kind of like catch things like
True.
sweat and stuff like that. And I'm not
Yeah.
trying to put my tongue in all of that, even after a
Shame
bath.
on you, Dana. Shame on you. You should be getting all in there. God
I
damn it.
know. I'm such a
Fix it for kids,
hypocrite.
girl. Come on. Get
I'm
all
like,
in there.
no, you can do it to me, honey, but I'm not gonna repay that favor.
Just go ahead. Just enjoy.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I will
All right.
bend over, you go to town, but
There you go.
I'm not necessarily going to repay that favor.
Yeah, yeah. No, look, at the end of the day, I can respect that. I do
Mm.
respect that. And it's not something that I'm like, all right, yeah, come and do that. And most women are not like that either until, they enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And then they will
Yeah.
never admit it. Some people will admit it, but most people won't admit
So
it.
I will say, before I ever had that done, I was very like, ew, get away from my butt. Like I was just very like anti. And then my husband did it. And I was like, why haven't I been doing this my entire sexual life? Like
Right?
it's good stuff. It's good
It's all
stuff.
there. It's all connected. If you're doing it and you're doing it right, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that song, doing it and doing it and doing it well. You know what I mean? Like, just
Uh-huh.
get into it, enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's all. Be comfortable in your own skin to let somebody else enjoy that skin. That's it. You know
Yep.
what I mean? That's it. Look, for me, I'm no holds barred. I enjoy my wife in every which way that she allows me to. And that being said, that's how I roll. So yeah, man, to each your own. But if you're gonna eat your sweet wife's ass or your milf wife's sweet ass, there you go. I'm all for it. I'm down. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Get it.
Yes, get it. That's like get it. Dana's like,
Get
yeah, I want to have a date with my husband tonight. Yeah,
it. Get it.
yes.
This
All
one
right.
says, I'm a vegan. I make my family eat vegan. I'm normally a passionate vegan, but when I have a really, really, really bad day, I'll drive through McDonald's for a cheeseburger. I feel really guilty, but I can't stop myself. And I would never tell my family. I only do it maybe twice a year.
Wow. Well, first and foremost, all right. I don't know if you know this, but what do you call it? Anybody who goes to McDonald's who is a vegan or a vegetarian, and they don't eat the burgers, but they eat the French fries. The
Uh-huh.
French fries are also made with they're there's like a meat. I forgot exactly what it is, but it's like a meat broth that's used within the oil. So
Oh.
you're not eating vegan if you eat their French fries. Just so
Hmm.
you're aware. Just so you're aware. There's just something a little extra in there. Just so you're aware. But damn, that's kind of messed up. I understand. But if you're having a really, really, really bad day, I mean, you're gonna go against your, I guess, um, uh, rules and regulations that you're putting out there for your family too. I'm not. Listen, I guess. Look again. I guess what do as I say, not as I do. That applies here. That does apply here. I'm with you. In that sense, but it's kind of just messed up. It's like if I'm eating when my kids were growing up, if I'm sitting and eating a donut, I can't tell my kids, no, you can't have that. It's not good for you because dad's eating it. Then I'm just a jackass. You know what I mean? Like I always let them have something, or I'd always let them try whatever they want to try, at least, once, or, and maybe they didn't like it or whatever. But regardless, something like this is a lifestyle, vegan, making your
Yeah.
family eat vegan, that's a lifestyle. And
Uh-huh.
in my opinion, I think it's a little wrong if you're promoting your lifestyle and putting that on other people and then kind of not doing it yourself. Like,
Yeah.
then just say you're vegetarian, not vegan, and then let everybody else do the same thing. Yeah, like a cheeseburger, it's like a double whammy right there.
Yeah, you got the meat, you got the cheese.
Craziness. Wow. What do you think,
Yeah.
Jay? What do you
I think
think?
it's interesting that this person is like, I had a really, really, really bad day and didn't get a glass of wine. Instead, she was like, I'm going to drive through McDonald's and throw a cheeseburger down my throat.
I know, right? Like Throw a glass of wine down your throat. Go give your husband the best night of his life. Do something. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm going to go get a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Well,
Scheiße.
maybe
Wow.
because doesn't your body like tell you when it wants something? Your body's like, ooh, like you start to have certain cravings because your body's like, oh, we're deficient in iron right now. You need to go get something that's, filled with iron. And I don't
Sure.
know, maybe something's fucking with our hormones there where she's like, oh, I'm having a really terrible day. And they're like, you need a cheeseburger.
You need a cheeseburger. Have a delicious cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Listen, nobody needs McDonald's cheeseburger. That's first and foremost. God damn it. If you're going to eat a cheeseburger, at least get it from a good place. Or get a Big Mac and just up your freaking ante there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Big Mac. Big Mac is my go-to. If I'm gonna eat at McDonald's, I eat Big Macs.
Seriously, you know what I'm saying? See, that's why I knew I liked you so
Yeah.
much. Some reason I knew I was good. I liked you, Dayna, and there it is. We are Big Mac fam, and we are not. Listen, no free ads. No free ads, McDonald's. You come pay us
I'm
for
gonna
us to
bleep
talk
them.
about you. God damn it, sons of bitches. I want some money. No.
So,
Anyway.
what is your best cheeseburger?
My best cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, the ones I do at home, but we have a place here on the island, Long Island in New York. If you're not familiar with it, it's called All American Cheeseburger, and it is like old. It's like an old school little burger joint which is outdoors, no indoor seating or anything. It's like one of those. I don't know if you have Carvel's out by you, but where it's just like you walk in, you order, you get it, and you get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
And you can look it up online, All American Burger, and it's just like a landmark on the island. Like if you came to Long Island Day, and I would be bringing you there, you and your family. I'd be like,
Yeah.
come on, let's go. We got to go to All American. That's a Long Island thing.
Awesome.
So that's what I enjoy. And they're not even like the best burgers, by the way. They're just good. It's nostalgic, and they have the best fries. That they do.
Oh, fries is a big deal. Fries is a
Fries
big deal. Mm-hmm.
I also am very upset because like the last Nathan's that was here on the island has gone away, and they put Chick-fil-A in its place, and Nathan's fries were my jam. That was my favorite. Have you had Nathan's fries?
I have not.
So you could get them in the supermarket, but then you have to make them correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you ever do, Dayna, I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
I am the connoisseur of deliciousness. You just let me know. I'll put the flavor behavior in your mouth, and you'll be all right. There's gonna be a taste bud tango on your tongue. I got you. But what's your favorite? In-N-Out, I'm sure.
I do like In-N-Out, but it's not my favorite. I'm really digging Five Guys right now. I love their potatoes, like the way they make their French fries and stuff.
I'm just saying, and you can continue that in 1 second. I had to break in because what you just said and the way you said it sounded very dirty if somebody was just tuning in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna lie. About 5-6 years ago, I posted on Facebook, I can't wait to have Five Guys in my mouth, and my aunt deleted me.
Wow. Scheiße. Yeah, no, that's Five Guys fries, awesome. Very good. Yeah, no, I love them. But if you're allergic to peanuts, you can't get anything from there.
Yeah.
There's peanut oil and so forth. But awesomeness. Yeah, no free ads.
Yeah.
Freaking people cheating
We've
us
been
out of
duped
money.
again.
There we go. Got to talk about food and deliciousness, and we could do a whole episode on fries and dirty stuff.
Now I'm hungry.
All right, so it's my turn.
Yep.
Okay. Like a lot of people, I had a hard time making ends meet due to the pandemic. So I started an OnlyFans. I'm making so much money, I don't think I'll go back to my regular 9-to-5. Well, that's good. Congratulations.
Good for you.
You know what? I mean, if that's your thing, man, oh man. And here's the thing with OnlyFans, there's so many girls that are making a ton of cash. They're just like, yeah, this is great. Listen, adult will never go out of style because everybody, that is their dirty little secret. That's and they can go and check out their kink and do whatever they can online, and nobody else necessarily knows, right?
So you know what I dig about OnlyFans is that these women can go on there. They're basically not necessarily doing the same thing as they would do in a strip club if they were working in a strip club, but they're safer from the, or their own house than they are going into a strip club and having to be
Yep.
face to face with somebody.
Right.
So they're still making the money and they're safe. Dude, good for you. Fucking go for it. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Make that
If you're
money,
gonna-
honey.
If you're going to do it anyway, go ahead and do it. Do it with style. Why not? If somebody's going to pay you for it, you might as well do it if you're all right with it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
OnlyFans has become a big thing, and people are able to make some good money off of it. It's just, I would never go to an OnlyFans type of a thing. So the only thing that annoys me is when there are people that will follow and then spam your accounts and be like, "Hey, check out my OnlyFans." Look, I'm not interested, honey.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're making your money, but no, thank you for me. If you want to send it to me for free, that's a different story. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but look, again, I'm friends with a lot of adult stars, and I respect what people do. If that's your choice, that's what you want to do with your life. Go for it, man. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny because my husband will be like, I'm not going to OnlyFans. I'm not going to pay for it. I can go onto Pornhub and get it for free.
This is true.
Yep.
This is true. What do you call it? A funny story. You want to know? I can tell you a really funny story real quick. And it's kind of a little secret because we really didn't put it out there. So there was a contest on Pornhub, right? You're like, oh my God, where is this going, Grim?
Nope, go for it. My husband loves Pornhub, so go for it.
So it was actually a small business, thing going on Pornhub. So what do you call it? Myself and one of the others from Grindhouse Radio, we were like, listen, this would be really funny if we just entered it for shits and giggles, see what happens. We'll never win anything. It's okay. We'll just take it, and if we do, we'll just deal with it later on. And basically what it was is for because of everything going on in the world, and and the pandemic starting and happening, and they were trying to give back and help small businesses out. So this way, it was like free advertising for small business.
Yeah.
And we were just enjoying ourselves. Like, why not? Let's do something. So we put it in and then just forgot about it. Months and months and months later, okay, we wound up getting a message from this guy who he had a company called Grindhouse Knives or something like that. It's like a grinding house of knives or something similar. And he's like, I got a thing from this little Pornhub deal that I entered. And they said that they've been playing my ad for, they've been running my ad for the last 6 months or whatever it was. He's like, but it wasn't my ad. It was your ad. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Wait a second. Take a step back. What do you mean my ad? He's like, yeah. He goes, it was for Grindhouse Radio. And what do you call it? And and it was like a little a scrolling GIF. It was like what do you call it? Wanna grind? Hit the Grindhouse Radio. But I didn't come up with that was them. So they came up with the ad, and then they launched the ad, and they never let us know that the ad was running. And what do you call it? So he was telling me about this, and I reached out to them and said, can you send me this ad, because I didn't know that you were running this. Meanwhile, like, we are a PC show, you know what I mean? So
you're up on Pornhub.
So we're up on Pornhub, and it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Again, it's advertising, and it's, at the end of the day, I don't care who you are. If you want to listen to my show,
right?
You're more than welcome to listen to my show. And and that's it. There's no discussion about it. But it was funny because I'm laughing. We're on Pornhub, and I'm sure there's some kind of Brimstone or Grindhouse and soon enough Dirty Little Secrets porn out there that somebody's going to do. That's the rule of the internet, that if there's something's out there that's popular, somebody's going to make a porn of it. But at the end of the day, we were being advertised on Pornhub and had no idea for like 6 months. How insanely ridiculous is that?
That is hysterical. That is so funny.
That's funny, right?
Yeah.
Like, think about that. And then Kim was like, oh my God. And then she laughed about it. And she says to me, she goes, well, you know what? It's really, funny because, the Grindhouse that was so easy for them to take and make into something, as long as it wasn't something too bad that they put. Just said want to grind, so that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
Grind.
Yeah.
Grind could go in any which direction. Anyway, so sorry that I took us off the track for that, but
No,
I
I
thought
love it. I
thought it
love
was a
it.
funny one.
I wish I accidentally ended up on Pornhub. No, that wasn't what I was trying to say. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
Dayna and the Five
Not
Guys.
not what
There
I
you
was.
go. You just did it to yourself, and
I
I'm
did.
not taking any responsibility for that one.
Damn it, my aunt's gonna delete me on Facebook again.
Five guys in my mouth with extra mayo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God damn it, Dayna. You are bringing me down
I
to a
know.
level.
Fuck me.
No, we're
oh,
both
damn
married.
it! I did it again.
Jesus Christ, Dayna. I love you, but I can't do these things. Jesus Christ. You're killing me, woman. You're killing
I'm
me.
really bad with words today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I drink too much carrot juice.
First day with the new mouth.
Yeah.
Dana's like, I'll be there soon. I'm putting on my face. I'm like, what do you mean you're putting on your face? You have a face. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Relax. Don't worry about it. You're good. Anyway, so what's next? You got the next one?
I do, yeah. It says, I'm adopted and I found my birth mother through genealogy. I
Love it.
went to meet her, but I didn't tell her that I'm her daughter. She has no idea. She just thinks I like the croissants where she works.
It's kind of like Phoebe from Friends.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Phoebe, is that you?
Yeah.
Is that you, Phoebe?
That's
is-
pretty cool.
I think that's nice. I mean, look, do you want to say something? Do you want to that comes down to the question of, do you want to say something? Do you want to kind of develop a relationship with the woman and see where it goes from there? And again, the woman, there might have been reasons that she had to put you up for adoption.
Mhm.
I mean, but you have to understand that one of those reasons could be she didn't want a kid. You know what I mean? And she doesn't
Yeah.
want that contact. So, just be careful and be understanding about what you're getting into if you decide to make that jump.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And then also, I wonder, or I hope that if you did decide to take that out into the open, that you speak to your adopted family about it as well. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of feelings going on all sides of that. And maybe your
Mhm.
adopted family knows a little bit of information and might be able to guide you during that process. Because, I mean, maybe they know that, the reason that you were given up is because your mother went through a traumatic experience or something like that. There's a lot
Right.
that goes into that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a tiptoey subject there.
Yes. But I do understand the want and the need to know, where you came from and get that type of information. I am 100% on board. I feel that that's something that should you should know. And you know what when people are doing, and I know it's supposed to be hush hush and nobody's supposed to know, but I think that it's if you're giving your child up for adoption, which I understand why people do,
Mhm.
don't you know what I'm saying? And I'm not judging that. What I am saying is that they should have some kind of lineage or something in there so that the person, for when they get older, can actually know where they came from
Yeah.
and how, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
even if it's not, the direct, whatever you know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
think they should have some information, especially like for health. You don't know what to expect. Maybe you're thinking, well, my parents, because you don't know you're adopted, or maybe you
Yeah.
do know you're adopted, but my parents are healthy as horses, but my other two parents, I was put up for adoption because one of them was dying of cancer and then the other one died of leukemia. Who
Right.
knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
So
knows?
have you ever tracked your genealogy?
I do not, but Danielle is crazy with it. She has a whole ton of that information. So she
Yeah.
uses what do you call it? What is that? That what
Like
site I'm using?
Ancestry or something like that.
Ancestry.com. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was curious about it because I have tracked my genealogy, and it makes you wonder because when you go back so far, there's no paperwork whenever somebody's adopted or anything like that. So I'm always like, how do you know for sure that you're Scottish if possibly, like, for example, the Spanish flu? Whole families were dying and then the neighbors were taking the kid that survived, and there's no way to like track any of that. They just take on their last name. So who the fuck knows?
Wow, that's actually a good point. I never even thought of that. That's actually a really good point. I guess it depends on how far back you go. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? How
Mm-hmm.
far? But she's really good because I mean, she's following like all of the different consensuses and you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and and then like certain things that we know, certain things we don't know, and but anyway, that being said, very interesting, very interesting.
Very. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's like queen of that though. Like our family tree is redonkulous. And actually my ex-wife, her father, who passed away a couple years back, but her father was like the king of of genealogy. And matter of fact, they what do you call it? Who was the one that said the redcoats are coming, the redcoats are coming?
Paul Revere.
Paul Revere, right? So I'm pretty sure it was no, it wasn't Paul. No, that wasn't the right one. Who was the one that was a turncoat? Who was the one that was a turncoat? Shoot, I can't believe I'm forgetting this. Anyway, she's related to that person, the one who was the turncoat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like all the way back, and they have
Whoa.
like everything like noted. It's like it was crazy. So
That's so cool.
yeah, when I saw all that stuff, I was like, wow, that's some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Which is positive because some of that helped in ours, not because of for us, but because it goes down with my two of my children. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So now they have their information. Craziness though.
I
Craziness.
know. I know.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, so the next one. Wait, who oh wait, is
That's
that
you.
me?
Yep.
Oh man. All right. God damn it. Y'all are nasty. No, I'm just kidding. I masturbate to pictures of my mom's best friend. Listen, if your mom's best friend is hot, go for it. And you know what? Maybe if she's single, she's like, hey, I'm ready to mingle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, there are plenty of moms. Listen, there are plenty of moms that are hot. My wife is hot. Dayna's hot, right? You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
is what it is. So, they have good looking friends. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do it, you do it. But just don't do it to Dayna or my wife because then I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm going to have to come after you if that's the case. Just keep it in your pants. All right there, Buster? We don't want any of
Oh
that stuff.
man. I really wish I knew how old this person was. Like, are you
Me too.
17 or are you 35? Like, are we jacking it to a 60-year-old or a 40-year-old or what's the circumstances surrounding
I
this?
know, right? Listen. There are some hot looking 60, 70-year-olds out there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's some women that are in amazing shape.
Yeah.
So, like at the end of the day, it's also about personality for me. So, what do you
Yeah.
call it? But regardless, hey, like to each their own, man.
And
And
they're experienced, right? Like they're
yeah,
the older women, they're experienced, they know what
yep.
they like, they know what
hmm
to do. There's got to be a whole porn category on Pornhub just about this, right? Just about like
Are you trying to goad this out of me, Dana? Are you trying to?
yep.
There must be. There has to be. Maybe you should ask your husband,
I
Dana, because I
wonder.
am not well
Oh, he'd
versed in
be
that.
he'd be able to tell me no problem. He'd be able to tell me the actresses, what they do, what their specialty is.
The Cougars. It's the
Yeah.
Cougars. You know what I mean? That's what they call the Cougars.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I know a couple of them, very sweet women. What do you call it? But at the end of the day, like, yeah, hey, look, that's normal. I don't see that as abnormal. I
Yeah.
mean, if your mom's best friend if your mom and your mom's best friend are like in the late 80s and early 90s, and you get a little necrophilia going on, that might be a little different. But if the pictures are of them in their casket, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
If you're looking at those pictures while they were a child, that's a problem. So, but if it's like a normal thing, if you're, 20, 30, and they're just 10, 20, years older than you,
Right,
30
right.
years older even, you know what? It's fine. You know what I'm
Go for
saying?
it.
At least
Yep.
make sure it's a good target. Hit it in the right spot
Yeah.
where you do it.
Oh
You know what I mean?
God.
Right
The
between the
mom
eyes.
walks in. She's like,
Bing.
why is Linda sticky in this picture?
Oh, yeah. That's funny. Why is Linda sticky? Ew, you're sticky. Oh God. All right. Next.
Next. I get Botox every 3 months and my husband doesn't know. He thinks women should age the way they're supposed to age and not do anything about it. I'm not ready to let go. If he ever found out that I wasn't just aging gracefully, it would end really badly. And yes, you can get Botox and have it look natural. I don't get crazy with it, but I get just enough to slow the process.
Do you really want me to take this first? Do you really want me to come at this?
You do what you want. I will start by saying that I love me some Botox. I do.
Do
I
you?
love it. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. I get
Okay.
Botox. Uh-huh.
So I listen, I love a natural woman. I'm
Hmm.
honest. I love a natural woman. If you decide to get enhancements and you do different things, that's you and that's fine. And I don't see usually don't see an issue with it. But things can go very bad very quickly. They could go wrong real fast. So if you do something or you go to the wrong person and you're doing something
Hmm.
that like that, you can have a problem. There's a whole TV show Botched
Oh
based
yeah.
on some of that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then you've got people who are absolutely gorgeous younger women who would have turned out to be gorgeous older women like here, Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston.
Hmm.
Both of them don't look anywhere near as beautiful as they once did because they did the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Or they got it from the wrong person or whatever it is. And yes, they're still pretty, but they're not what they were. And there's so many people that are um that have had issues like that as well. I like natural. That's just me.
Hmm.
But again, it's there's nothing wrong with it, but you should be able to have. Here's the thing: if you should be able to have that conversation with your significant other. So,
Yeah.
like here, if my wife said to me, I want to go and get Botox, I might not be happy with it, but I'm not going to say you can't do that or I'm going to leave you, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's certain things that I'd be like, well, that's this is drawing the line for me, but if you want to do it, that's your prerogative. Then I have to make a decision whether I want to stay here or not.
Yeah,
Right?
and I feel the same way with my husband. Like I used to be very afraid that if I did something to upset him or something like that, and this was very, very, very long ago when we first started dating, I would just be afraid that he was going to leave, and that was a me thing, not a him thing.
Right, right,
And then
right.
as our relationship grew stronger, and now I don't ask permission for anything, but I am very honest with him. So if I'm going to do something and I think that it might bother him, I
Yeah.
will approach him and say, listen, I'm going to do this thing. I'm not doing it to hurt you. I'm doing it for X, Y, and Z of my reasons. I
Right.
don't want to hide it from you. So
Hmm.
I'm going to tell you about it, but it's not your decision. It's mine. Like I'm my own human
Yeah.
being. I get to
Right,
make my
right.
own decision.
Hmm.
But I'm going to be forthcoming with you. I'm going to be honest with you about it.
Right, 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 right.
Lucky
Have
for
there
me,
been
my
that
husband
many?
gets Botox. So
As long as everything still moves. Yeah. What is it? The Kardashian that has the no facial expression anymore?
oh
All you can
yeah.
see is the eyes moving around.
Uh-huh.
Um, all right.
Like the clock, the cat on the wall, just the eyes
Yeah.
are going.
How much do we have time for more? I
Yeah,
don't know how
let's
much time
let's
we
do
have.
one more.
Okay. All right. Good thing because I'm not going to do the last one. That would have been you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a bit of an exhibitionist. I love being naked when possible, working at home, riding a bike. When I go for a run, it's usually no shirt, shorts, and always commando. My wife is very modest, so I have to keep it on the down low. Well, hey, look, brother, if you look good when you're naked, go ahead and do it. If I look good naked, I'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go. But, right now I'm a little fluffy and I am not going to be doing all that. I apologized to my wife the other day when I was coming at her. I go, look, sorry, sweetheart. It
Yeah.
is what it is. It is what it is. I know it used to be bigger. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? It used to be. Yes, I get it. I understand. But when this gets a little bit bigger, everything else gets a little bit smaller. It just happens. But it's there. I
It's
promise.
ratios.
We just have to work with it a little bit. No, but no. Listen, I'm cool with people getting naked and doing their thing. But not. I guess do it carefully. If you're going to be out in a public place where there are kids around, you know what I mean. I don't think that that's a cool thing. But doing it at home, if you're in your backyard, you want to do naked cartwheels, man. Have a blast, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. My husband is also one of those people. If we're in our backyard, he's like, I want my butt to get tan. So he just takes off his shorts. If he's swimming or whatever, he just likes to be naked. And you know
There you go.
what? My son is the exact same way. I cannot keep pants on this kid for the life of me. I'm like, oh God, you are such a Pereira.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. What do you call it? Now the question is can your neighbors see into the yard?
They cannot. They
Okay, so then
cannot.
you're okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what do you call it? Yeah, my neighbors, even though we've actually just put up a new fence, they could still, if they really wanted to, see in my yard. So I have to be very careful. And what do you call it? But I have, and I will admit, I have, especially with the new puppy, I have ran out of the house in my underwear like full speed trying to go and get him. There was one. It was actually like 2 weeks ago. I don't know if I told you about this. He was outside and I realized he was running like rapidly, like, and he's fast.
Yeah.
He's a mini dachshund. He's all over the place. And what do you call it? I realized he's running after something, and I ran outside. He's running after a baby bunny, and
Ah.
I what do you call it? I was like, oh no, this is no good. And I what do you call it? He wasn't listening because he's not at the
Yeah.
point where he
Puppy.
listens 100%. So I was like, the bunny saw that I was trying to help it and kept trying to run like behind me to get away from the dog. And I'm like, Jasper, and screaming and yelling and whatever. And what do you call it? And Danielle's like on the other side of the house, and what do you call it? And my little one is like wondering what the hell's going on. So finally, he stopped, and what do you call it? And the bunny was able to kind of like get away from him a little bit, but he was so scared. He was scared, like staying in he
Aw.
wouldn't move. So, you're not supposed to pick bunnies up with your hands. So if you get the scent on them, the
Oh.
mother will kill them. So you
Yeah.
have to be careful. So I wound up going and I got gloves and I picked up his scared little self, and I brought him to a safe place, and I
Aw.
put him down, and he stayed there for like a couple of hours until he finally took off. But just craziness. So yeah, running out and around in my underwear, and it was definitely a thing the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
Giving your neighbors a show.
Yeah, and it's a big show, let me tell you. Let me tell you, it's a big show. If somebody didn't already have the name, I might have to change my name from Brimstone to that. But Paul White already owns it, so I can't do that. That being said, yeah. What do you call it? Listen. I love being naked. When I get home, I am the one who drops my clothes as soon as I'm walking in the door. But I'm not like completely naked because I got the kids in the house.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
like when the kids are all moved out, listen, it's on. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be going. I'm a free ball all the damn time.
Hmm.
That's my jam.
Yep.
But I don't know who the hell would want to go on a bike ride naked.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, that sounds like you're squishing your balls pretty hard there.
And things are flopping. I mean, if you're well endowed, I mean,
Yeah.
I would have them flopping. But like when you're talking about like comfort, like my things are huge. Like I can't imagine like sitting on a seat. It's hard enough when I sat on a seat with clothes on, but
Yeah.
like to sit on a seat naked, they're flopping all over. No, man. And the older you get, the lower they hang, you get caught in the spokes. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? No, no. Or the women, if things don't work out well, and maybe you need some Botox down there, but otherwise, it pops down. Like I know the guy was talking about roast beef. He was like, "Oh, I'm never
Uh-huh.
gonna look at roast beef the same."
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's a little roast beefy, and it's like kind of flapping down, like hello, and maybe you trip on it, or you get caught something. You got to be careful. Be careful if you're playing nude, right?
Man, I would love to be a fly on that wall if you showed up at the ER and was like, I tripped over my vagina lips and I broke my nose.
Right? Can you imagine? I maybe listen. You never know. Small women, like small people. You know what I mean? They might be the same as a regular person is. Like a full size person. I don't know the proper way to say it, so don't take offense if you're a little person. But a little person, maybe you're a lot closer to the floor. So you're running around and you got a decent sized schlong and you trip over it. I don't know. Like and you cracked your skull from. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm
That just
reaching.
made me think of a tripod. So remember, what is it, Dr. Evil and Mini Me?
Yes, yes. Vern, Vern was such a nice guy, by the way. So, but he was such a recluse. And when we'd be signing together, he'd always be on his little scooter in the green room, like when nothing was going on, kind of hidden behind sitting on the scooter behind everything, and wouldn't really like get involved. I remember this one time I was saying to Vern, I was like, "Come on, brother." I was sitting down with Shatner, William Shatner, and a couple other people, and I'm like, Vern, we're gonna sit down over here. Why don't you come and sit down? No. And I was like, I'm just gonna hang out, you and your tripod, huh? You know,
Yeah.
and I winked at him, and he's just like looked at me, and he's like, So it was funny, but rest.
That
in
is
peace,
awesome.
Vern. Rest in peace, Vern. Good guy. But anyways, that's my Vern story.
Oh man.
What do you call it? But anyway, so we don't have time for any more, right?
That's it. That's our show.
Good
That's
thing you're
it.
starting next time.
Yeah. I'll have to make sure that I give me some of the dirty ones. I keep giving them to you and not realizing it. I need to knock that shit off.
You lie. You did it on purpose, young lady. You did it on purpose, trying to make me look nasty. That's what you're trying to do.
Well,
It's
guys,
okay.
make sure you're sending in those dirty little secrets because we're going to
Please.
need some more good ones for the upcoming episodes. And you can send those in at thedirtylittlesecretsclub.com.
Absolutely. And as always, make sure you continue to rate, review, subscribe. Hit us up on all the social media. What do you call it? We love to hear from you. We love to hear all the reactions and interactions. We're absolutely enjoying this. So as always, as Dayna says, what's the one rule?
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
I love it when you say that. You just sound so good when you say that. That's one more time. Just one more time.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Oh, God, your husband must love you. That's about it, people. We'll see you guys next week.
You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.